Here I have a pre-made timeline from clips that I have in my new showreel. I chose this because we have different scenarios here. In this clip I have planned we'll do some skin smoothing. I'll start by adding a new node and we'll apply a circular window. I'll move the window to the correct position, adjust the size. Now I'll want to actually highlight it so that I can see how the softening applies. So now I go do the softening here. I can still a little bit adjust the positioning of this window. We'll go to the third bank, and in this knob we have the mid-tone detail. So I'll crank this down. So we'll zoom to the 100%, and with this button we can actually toggle the grades on and off. Okay, let's jump to the next one. And then we'll add a gradient window. We'll rotate it and adjust the positioning of it. And then the softening. Let's look at the scopes. In the third bank, I'll bring the lift down. I'm keeping my eye on the scopes, and here's before and after. Now in this next shot, do the same principle. We start by adding a new node. Add the circular window to that, adjust the position of that, open it up, soften it, and now we can bring the gamma up. Before and after. Next clip, we'll bring up the scopes. Add a new node, add some contrast, and we'll use the pivot to move the point for that contrast, so we'll get it as we want. Now this next shot, now we'll get to the bank 2 finally. So new node. Here we don't need the window, so undo that, but we need the new node. Bank 2. I'll select the green color here, which I want to adjust here, and hit the highlight. Adjust the width. A little bit of the lower saturation. We'll want to clean the blacks and add some softening. And from here we can now jump to bank 3 and we can manipulate the hue like this, add some saturation, and here's the before and after. Okay, next one. New node. Here I want to use a linear window. Bring it up. Let's move it up. Let's adjust the softness. Bring these down. Move it up. Okay, let's go to the qualifiers. Oops, wrong button. Qualifiers. and the width, saturation, blur radius. Bring the luminance a little bit down so that it doesn't affect the sky so much. Soften it up. And now we can go ahead and use the Wacom, so I'll give it some red. And to the gain too. And now we have this autumn look. Okay, next shot. Here I have pre-selected this LUT, and the LUT is applying pretty harshly to the whole grade, so I'll move this up, add a new node before that node. Now I want to crank the gamma up. I'm in the third bank. Bring it up, bring it up. And now I'll adjust the gain back down so I don't have so contrasty look. And what I want to do here is add some saturation here too. And with a parallel node, make a window from here. What my goal is to have her hair a little bit brighter before the LUT is applied. Soften it. Whoops, now it did something funny, so we can just undo that. Let's go to the third bank, and now we can bring the gain and gamma up. And let's see, now we just affect this current node. So here's before, here's after, and let's finish this by tracking this window. There we go. Okay, next shot. Here I want to do something special by I'll add a node. Let's do the curve window and add it roughly. So here I want to just show the power of this. Let's add the softening and let's select the color of this grass. I want to soften it up, clean black, clean white. Okay. And now we'll adjust the hue. There we go. So this is before, this is after, and we can track this window too. There we go. The window did some funky stuff while tracking, so we'll add some keyframes right here. So we have this added, jump to the end. Let's move this up here. Okay. There we go. Let's go to the second last clip, and here we do the same thing as usual. New node, circular window, move it down here, bring it up, adjust the aspect, size. Let's go to the qualifiers, select the skin tones, and we'll adjust these accordingly. As you can see, I'm doing this pretty rapidly because the controller is giving me so much options here. Okay, let's drag the window. Now we have that done, and I'll use the tablet again to give it some red color here. Here's before, here's after, and here's in motion. Okay, and the last clip. New node, select the blue color, highlight, bring the saturation up, adjust the hue width, blur. I don't like the effects here in this area, so I'll actually bring the luminance up, right so, and clean blacks. Let's go to the third bank. I'll adjust the hue. I'll make some pretty radical changes here to show you the function of this last feature. Then we can apply some gain, bring the lift down. Let's watch at the scopes. And in the third bank I have mapped the key output gain, which is basically opacity. So with this I can now bring this guy down, and we can find a middle ground from the original, which is here at 0. And let's go to about 40%. So this is before, this is after, and here it is in motion.